Hello guys, and today on this channel we're going to be doing a end of the year tier list. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking maybe Beyblade Burst GT bays, and yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So I've excluded all random booster bays and the prize bays from those random boosters because those are technically not Beyblades. I have included the random layer Beyblades because they're technically a new Beyblade. I know the other ones are too, but they don't have unique GT chips, so I'm not gonna count them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first off, we're gonna be doing this in order of the products, which I'm pretty sure I remember. So we're gonna start off with Ace Dragon. Now, Ace Dragon, I mean, it is definitely not one of my least favorites. I really do like Ace Dragon. I love that you can, it has 3 different layer bases, and it is the protagonist bay, even though, Drum may not be my favorite, he is better than Iga, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna put Ace Dragon on the B tier. That's my opinion, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna put Ace Dragon for. Alright, so next we got Slash Valkyrie. Now, I mean, of course, this is Vault's Bay, and Vault is one of my favorite characters. In case y'all didn't know, which I don't think you did, I never told you. But yeah, so Slash Valkyrie, I do like its design. Even though well, so does Ace Dragon's layer bases, but still, Slash Valkyrie, I don't know, it's definitely cool. It's the protagonist bay, but he doesn't appear that much. I'm gonna put him on the B tier. Even though he doesn't appear much, he used to be the protagonist, and I do like the bay. You know, I'm gonna move it down to C. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the next one. Alright, so next we have Bush and Asherah. Now, this bay just really isn't that good. It wasn't really that good in the anime. It's not good, in real life. I mean, Keep has potential. Asherah has a lot of teeth, which is good. Ten's really not that good, and Hurricane's not really that good either. Its design is good, but the only thing saving it from an F tier is its design, so I'm going to put it at E for its design. So let's go ahead and get to the next one. Alright, so next is Wizard Fafnir. At release, this bay wasn't that bad. Over time, some of the parts are still useful. Fafnir, I think most of the parts have some use. Although Rise, I don't know. Maybe a Dash version would help it out. I don't know. But regardless, so obviously Fumiya owns Wizard Fafnir, not free, which, you know, is probably gonna bump it down for me. I do like its design though. I like the parts, and some of them are decent. Wizard's decent, Fafnir's decent, and not Hurricane. It has, I forget its name, but yeah, the parts are decent. The disc is decent. So I'm gonna put it at a D tier. It might have been a C tier, or maybe probably not B tier. But because it belonged to Fumiya, I didn't really like that, so that's gonna bump it down for me. So let's go on to the next one. Alright, so next is Judgment Joker. Now, this bay wasn't very good in the anime. I mean, it was good at first, but then over time it just became kind of bad. But Judgment, the layer-based Judgment, is top tier for attack, as a lot of you know. So, I don't know, I think that's gonna bump it up for me for sure. Its design, I do like it. So, I'm gonna put Judgment Joker at, because it wasn't, I'll put it at B tier. The fact that it was a really good part in real life, and Joker's okay, Zan's good, okay, 0-0 turn. I mean, a lot of the parts weren't really bad, so that helps it a lot. So I'm gonna put it at B tier. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Alright, so next is Y Longinus. Now, this bay was good at first in the anime, and then Ace Dragon just destroyed it with a gold turbo. And it hasn't really been seen in the anime after that. And also, this Longinus does not belong to Louis. He belongs to Loden. And it's just a ripoff of Louis. There was no reason to have somebody new own Loden. I mean, Louis. Longinus. So, for Longinus, I'm gonna put Longinus at... It's a good part. This is why is a good part. Longinus is a good part. Metsu's okay, Drake's meh, and Spiral Dash has... it's really only good on Imperial combos, but I'm going to put it at the C tier. Probably, just because of how good the part is, but then again, Louis doesn't own it. There's no reason why Louis doesn't own it, so yeah. Let's just go to the next one. Alright, so next is Venom / Erase Diablos. Now, this bay was really good in the anime, better than, like, Dragon. It was, like, one of the best bays in the anime, so, yeah, that gives it some points, but also, the design is just really cool looking. Like, I love the design of Venom more than Erase. I don't really like... Erase's design is, it's okay, but I love Venom's design. And I love the bullet driver, even though it's bad in real life. It was really cool in the anime. So, honestly, for Venom Diablos, I'm going to put it on the A tier. It's not, like, super S tier to me. Just because it did break in the anime, to Prime Apocalypse. That's, I don't know. And I do like Delta. But yeah, it's not necessarily S tier. Close, but not quite. Alright, so next, I think, is Poison Hydra. Now, I'm just gonna have to be going based off of design and how good it is in real life. So, Poison Hydra, Zan. Poison's good. Poison is a good part, and so is Hydra and Zan. So, and I like the design of it. So honestly, I'm probably going to put it... I don't see it being used much in the winning combos, though. So I'll put it at B tier. Because I like its design, and it's a good part. But it doesn't appear in the anime, which I wish they'd done. And also, I don't know, I haven't seen winning combos a lot. So that also is going to bump it down. Alright, so next is the... base from the GT Triple Booster set. I'm going to start out with Dread Bahamut. So Dread Bahamut here, its design's okay, in my opinion. I don't really like its design. And one other thing, the owner. Now, I don't really mind necessarily that they changed the owner of Bahamut. So now instead of Boa, Blind Devoy owns it. I don't really care that they changed the character, because, you know, it's been a couple seasons since Boa was there, but I don't like the character of Blind, and, he's never won a match, so that's also a thing. So, design's cool and everything. I'm gonna give Bahamut, though, probably, I'll give it a D tier. You know, the parts are decent. Are decent, though. I'll give it that. I'm gonna put it as C tier. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna keep it for now. Alright, so next is Lord Spriggan. Now, this thing is amazing. I'm gonna say it right now. It doesn't appear in the anime, but wow, it's a really good part. Lord Spriggan Blitz. The only part here that's meh is Dimension Dash. Every other part is great. So, honestly, because of how good this part is on it, like, Extend Plus, I would have to give it a S tier. Imagine if this bay was in the anime shoe. Yeah, no, definitely, S tier. Alright, next is Heaven Pegasus. Now, this bay was pretty good in the anime. I'm pretty sure the only loss it had was, I don't know if Ace Dragon won. I forgot whether or not Ace Dragon won against Heaven Pegasus or not. I think it did. In fact, I remember it did win against Heaven Pegasus, and so did Venom Diablos. So yeah, it's not necessarily the greatest in the anime, but it's pretty good. Now in real life, the only good part I'm really gonna say here, the only good parts here are Pegasus and 10 and maybe Proof. Other than that, not really. Sin is the lightest weight. Heaven bursts easily. And Low just does not have good stamina. The parts here are really meh. And its design, at first I just thought its design was not that good. It was one of my least favorites, but I'm looking back and its design's okay to me. So I'm gonna put it, because that was pretty good, I'm gonna put it at a D tier. Alright, so next is Union Achilles. Now, Union Achilles was really good in the anime, and I'm like that. I don't know, I didn't necessarily like Aiga that much, but, it's a good thing they still cared about, the previous protagonists. And he was really good in the anime. In fact, the only loss I remember was Prime Apocalypse. The only thing I am disappointed about here is that this Aiga and Union Achilles have not been shown since like episode, I think 29 or 30. I think 29. So yeah, it'll probably get some lower rankings for that. So Extend Plus is a top tier part. Converts, it's meh. Union is basically a worse judgment. It's not really used. Achilles, I think, on the right combo, it's a good part. It's kind of like Asherah, but better. And then Retsu's good as well. So, I'm going to give this a C tier, because they pretty much just removed immediately from the anime, and the parts are meh, kind of. Alright, so next, I'm going to go with Knockout Odin first, just to get this one over with. So I'm glad that they brought back a dual layer Beyblade. That was cool. Did not see this one coming. So I think it's cool that they brought back Knockout Odin. Knockout is pretty good. So is Odin. And then Jin's good on like Dread. So yeah. Overall, I'm probably gonna give this layer. I like the design as well. I'm gonna give it an. Let's see. I'm gonna give it an A tier, probably. Yeah, A tier. Alright, next is Prime Apocalypse. So Prime Apocalypse, in case you did not know, is my favorite Beyblade. It is like really good in the anime. It destroys other people's bays. Arthur destroys other people's bays. He's basically the leader of the Hell organization that trains other people. The only person he's lost to, as of this timing, because by the next episode we'll see if Master Diablos can beat Prime Apocalypse, probably will, is Drum in Imperial Dragon. That's the only person that's been able to beat in Prime Apocalypse so far. So, this bay is kind of, it's not as good as Judgment, but, it's probably mid-tier in terms of, not in this tier, I'm talking about competitively, but we're not just judging by competitively. I want to give it an S tier. It's like my favorite Beyblade, and it's really powerful in the anime, and even though it's not the best in real life, it has some uses. So that's that. Alright, so next is Regalia Genesis. So Regalia Genesis is really powerful in the anime. It beat Imperial Dragon. So there's that. And then Gwen, who we all thought was good at first, he's like super smart. Beat Imperial Dragon and Drum. And then, I think he's gonna be the last boss, but we'll get to that in a bit. Anyways, Regalia Genesis, the layer, is not really that good because it has 2 burst points, and its first resistance is just not really that good. So because of that, it's gonna drop down. No, I like its design, even though, and then Hybrid is good. It's a good tornado staller, and it has uses. I'm gonna give it a B tier. I like its design, and even though the layer is not good, the driver is, and then he's really powerful in the anime, so I'm gonna give it a B tier. Alright, so we have 3 bays left. We're going to Imperial Dragon next. Now, Imperial Dragon is really good. It beat Prime Apocalypse, it beat Judgment Joker. No, wait, that was Reality Genesis. It beat Dread Bahamut. Anyways, yeah. And I think yeah. Anyways, yeah, it beat Apocalypse, and it didn't beat Regalia Genesis, but then again, it just shows how powerful Regalia Genesis is. I like its design. The part Ignition Dash isn't really that good. Imperial has uses on plastic attack dash drivers, and its design's pretty cool. So I'm gonna give it a tier. Should I give it? Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A tier. Alright, next up is Master Diablos. Now, this Bay just came out a few days ago, so we don't know how good the parts will be. I'm assuming the Diablos chip is going to be good, because of the teeth. And then Master, I have no clue. I've been thinking it might be a good part, but I don't think it'll be any, how do I explain it, metagame breaking part. I don't think it'll be top tier. And then Generate, it could be good, but I don't know yet. So this Bay has so far managed to get, the only battle we've seen with it is episode 39, and it managed to get a ring out finish on Apocalypse, so yeah, we know already it's a pretty good Beyblade, and I do like its design, so I'm gonna give this Beyblade an A tier. Alright, so there's actually no more products released, but we did get this leak a couple days ago of the new Regalia Genesis, so I'm counting it. So this is Regalia Genesis Hybrid. This Beyblade is probably going to be super powerful. I think it will be B in the end, but in the end it's going to be probably one of the best. Now, its colors, they pop. They definitely pop. Now, I do think the red ring is going to be removable, so it has a performance change. And it does have the Mugen lock that the original Genesis had. So, even though it does have the regular part, I don't think that's going to retain on the product. It may, but I don't think it will. I'm going to give this Beyblade, its colors, I like it better than Genesis. I'm going to give it an A tier. Alright, so that is my Beyblade Burst Katinko / GT tier list of Beyblades. So if you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And for more epic Beyblade content.